Um, Swiftwater Rescue. There's 2 active Swiftwater rescues happening. 2. Dos. Uno, dos. Uno and dos. 1, 2. Uno, dos. 2 active live Swiftwater rescues. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I just ran a red light. My bad, but we're trying to get to this Swiftwater rescue. That may or may not have been very illegal, what I just did. And it may have been caught on camera. There's 1 Swiftwater rescue happening. Video shows heavy rescue team working to reach a woman floating. So there's 1 all the way up in the North Valley, and there's 1 down here in Studio City in the South Valley. And I don't know if we're here in time, but let's find out. Swiftwater Rescue. Well, that didn't spell it right. That didn't spell it right either. Swiftwater Rescue. Done. And the one happening right now is happening active and live at my feral cat's alley, which is even crazier. This is the home of Luna Cat that you all know about. Ooh, and there's the emergency vehicles and so on. So we have arrived. Let's get out of here as quickly as possible. Anybody need a Christmas tree, or is it too late? Is it too late for a Christmas tree? They're just waiting for this woman to float by so they can grab her. What's up, Robert? They're just waiting for a big old rescue. Oh, that's my old spot. Anyway, my cat Luna lives right there, you guys. My sweet cat Luna. So here's the fire department. They're waiting. They're here waiting to save the day and everything. So they're just waiting for this woman who was seen floating this direction. They got the heavy rescue here to grab her. Excuse me. So they're just down here waiting. We're gonna watch them rescue this woman. I think that's the plan. They got a lot of trucks here. So here we are up on the bridge to get a higher vantage point. I guess she's floating down this river right here. Matt Sandberg, you're back. Were you in timeout or are you just back to the next live? This is at my cat Luna's house. Okay, Channel 5 is here live. Got this guy here live. We're gonna go get on the scene. Fuck the bridge, let's go get down into the water here. Here's the guy with the ropes and shit. He's gonna grab her. Right, so let's go keep our eyes peeled for this woman. You think she's alive or you think she's just, I mean, let's look at it. She could be inner tubing. Maybe this woman just decided to go inner tubing today. We don't know that yet. You know what I mean? We don't know that yet. She could be inner tubing, you guys. But here's the normally empty reservoir, which is busy. Oh, that looks like a body right there. That looks like a body right there. Huh. Wonder if that was her. She could be river rafting, you guys. Where I grew up, we went river rafting. We jumped in the river. It looked just like this on purpose. You know what I mean? They said the woman was seen floating. Well, that's what we did. We got on inner tubes and we floated down the damn river. Anyway, here we are, waiting for this woman, along with the fire department. Merry Christmas, Sammy. There's 2 active switchwater rescues happening right now. Excuse me. There's one up in the north end of the valley. It's active. I don't know if anyone's on the scene. This is literally right where my cat Luna lives. So my feral cat Luna lives right here. Next to that Christmas tree lot is where my cat Luna lives. We have KTLA News Live here. We have the heavy rescue, all the heavy rescue. They've deployed a helicopter. This guy's got the rope and shit to grab this woman right here. I'm probably in the way. And they are sitting here waiting for her to float by. On my way here, it said the woman was seen floating down the river. And so I'm sure what they do is get way out ahead of wherever she was floating so they can catch her floating. But what the hell do I know? I'm not a river water rescue professional. So we're just watching right now. We're trying to spot her floating down the river right here. You guys are looking at what the fire department's looking at, the news is looking at, and what I'm looking at, which is Apparently this woman is floating on like a black tube or something. A helicopter has been deployed and is currently tracking the river looking for her. In fact, yes, that is true. That is true. She's coming from where you're looking at. The river's coming right at us. She's coming from, she's southbound on the river. And we're sitting here with the Swiftwater Heavy Rescue. This guy right to the left of me, he's got some ropes deployed. Water rescue underway, 200 feet away, Studio City. I'm getting alerts for it. Well, we're here. We're already here. We're here with KTLA News. They're live on the scene. We are right at Campbell Hall. It's a celebrity charter school. If you guys see that school right behind KTLA Live, that is Charter for the Rich. That is Campbell Hall, where a lot of celebrities put their kids. I think it costs 40 grand per year per kid. It's K through 12. I used to live across the street with my cat Luna, and I would see Will Smith dropping his kids off and some other people. Well, the river in LA is a channel or a viaduct or a canal, a cement canal, yeah. So this is what our river looks like. You have a cat named Luna too? That's awesome. That's awesome. Recap, please. A woman is about to be rescued from the LA River, according to everything we're seeing, hearing, and waiting on. Will Smith, the actor. Will Smith, the actor. That's just one of the celebrities. I mean, a lot of high-profile, rich people, celebrities, etc. Somebody asked about my cat. You know, I kept telling everybody, yeah, my cat's okay because her kidneys are fine. Yeah, her kidneys checked out. But my cat is not okay. And in fact, I thought she died last night twice. And then this morning I thought she died. And now that she's blind, she sleeps with her eyes open, and it's really crazy. So this morning, she was sleeping on me with her eyes completely wide open, all the way open. And I thought she died. But she didn't die. She was sleeping. But you guys, all the blood work keeps checking out. You know, she's got hyperthyroidism, blah, 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 blah. But none of that at the end of the day takes away from her old age and her wheezing and her struggle to just be alive. She is not doing well. So I'm going to retract my statement that she's doing well from yesterday. She's not doing well, in my personal opinion. This lady should be charged for all these resources. Well, the thing with the LA River is you're looking at literally where all the I'll give you some LA advice. Here we are. If you live in LA, you don't want to live by the river, you don't want to live by an alley, you don't want to live by a dead-end alley, and you don't want to live by a freeway. You're looking at the trifecta. You're looking at the quadfecta, okay? And why do I say that? I say that because I lived here. What you have here is you have the 101 freeway, a dead-end alley, and the riverbed. That means homeless, grifters, and freeway thieves every fucking night. Twice a night. 2 nights a week. Thank you, Double Lucky. So we're looking at a Swiftwater rescue about to take place. We're waiting for a woman who is floating down the river to appear and then get rescued. We're going to watch her get rescued. I don't know what the plan is, but this guy standing in the foreground has a rope and something else ready to deploy to her. It looks like he has a little instant blow-up raft and rope he's going to deploy for her to grab when she floats by. Ooh, here comes something floating. What is that? I feel like we already saw a body float by. Here comes a black something floating on the way. This guy's looking at it like, is that the body? That could be the body. No, doesn't look like it. Zoom in on what, that black thing floating? When she comes floating by, I'm going to put the camera higher so you can see. I don't know what this object is, but that's not her. That's a barrel, and it's rolling. That barrel is just spinning down. She could be in the barrel. You never know. Here's some more emergency workers over here just waiting on this woman to show up. And then we're looking this direction because this is where she's supposed to be coming from right now. So we're waiting. We're over here, at Campbell Hall. There are two active swiftwater rescues right now. Two active swiftwater rescues happening right now in the San Fernando Valley. One is in the north end of the valley, and one is right here in Studio City, California. They have the heavy rescue here. They got the guy deployed here with the raft and the rope. And this woman is supposed to be floating toward us, but I'm starting to wonder if the party's over here. Well, here's the paramedic truck for when they pull her out of the water. Or he's going to a different call. Let me turn my radio on, actually, so I can hear what that is. I'm sure they're thinking she's alive. I mean, if they thought she was unalive, they probably would not be fucking with this right now. So over here on YouTube, you guys can just subscribe right up in the corner. You see that button? Just hit the subscription. You can subscribe for free here on YouTube. And if you're here on TikTok, you can follow the page. Feel free to follow the page. You could also if you like the live, it'll put it out for more people. I, like many of you, were watching the guy standing on a telephone pole last night. And I have a sick cat, so I chose to not go cover it. I chose to stay home with my sick cat. There was another situation also in North Hollywood I chose to not go to because it's Christmas, man. And it's time to give my cat love, so I stayed home with my cat. But, I enjoy watching these lives as much as I do filming them, and boy, that fucking thing turned into what a great ending, right, you guys? I mean, not a great ending. I'm saying what a wild ending. What a wild ending. What a wild fucking ending. Do I know how it ended? Yeah, it was a wild ending. So 3 of the neighbors got up there like they were firemen and just forced the guy down through the process of just prying his hands off of the things and then taking him down a ladder. And then they were trying to walk him home. And it was just a wild scene. It was sad and awesome all at the same time. Like, the embarrassing part to me was when the one guy was trying to put the Modelo, like a giant can of Modelo beer in his face. Like, drink this, drink this, drink this. And I was like, somebody pull that knucklehead away, please. But anyway, then the police were there nearby, and they were like, if this man doesn't go home, we're going to arrest him. So the neighbors were trying to walk him home. The police end up interjecting and arresting him, and then there was also almost a mutiny from the neighbors on the cops. And the scene turned wild. But all turned out fine, and the guy was arrested, and that's how it ended. I mean, they said to take the man home, but the truth is, if they would have took the man home, he would have came right back out and climbed the pole, you guys. He needed to be arrested, and I'm sure they didn't take him to jail. I'm sure they took him to a 5150 48-hour mental hold or a detox, at the worst case scenario, somewhere to detox off the fentanyl he was on. And so the best thing to do was for that man to be removed by emergency services of some kind for his own good. Taking him back home would have just had him back up on the pole. They cut the electricity in the whole neighborhood on Christmas so nobody could watch their fucking Netflix and everything else. The man needed to go to some kind of 48-hour fucking 5150 hold or be dried out, or he was going to harm himself last night. And he was impacting the whole neighborhood because they shut electricity off to the neighborhood on Christmas. The man needed to be taken away, so the mutiny by the neighbors was uncalled for. But that's how it works, man. But it was a great live. Appreciate Castillo for being there. I was watching his and Street Scene. Those two had the best coverage. It also occurred to me that there's way too many people streaming, man. It looked like there was 172,000 streamers toward the end of that. But the guy left him, so the guy's wife left him. Okay? And guys, most of us know how that feels, right? And the guy was on fentanyl. I don't know how that feels, but I bet that feels really good. Wouldn't mind getting me a dose or two of that, you know what I mean? Somebody numb me the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think all ended well over there. But if you didn't see the end, it was wild. Because the people it was a mutiny. They were like, someone touched the cop's gun. It looks like ABC is leaving. Either that or they're moving their van. KTLA is still on the scene. Let's get the North Hollywood division and hear what's happening here. I don't think this chick is going to show up, you guys. You know what I mean? The streets over here are Laurel Canyon and Moore Park. Whatever happened about who? The old drunk guy last night. I also saw that live, and they weren't putting a priority on it. So I definitely wasn't going to go stand in North Hollywood all night long. I was having a nice time chilling with my cat, watching two documentaries, watching the Charlie Sheen documentary and watching the P. Diddy documentary. But I was watching someone cover that, and it was kind of a bore. They weren't bringing in SWAT or dogs. They were just yelling at the guy, come on out. And it was over in North Hollywood, and I was like, this is kind of a bore, so I'm not covering this. So I chose to not go over there, and I have no idea how that ended. It just seemed like a really boring situation. Now, the guy on the telephone pole, that got irritating at first, but the ending was definitely worth seeing. But the guy that was holed up next to Target over there in North Hollywood was just like, was a total bore fest. So I was like, eh. Oh, Dean's got the ending right there. He came out and he was cuffed. Okay, you know what I mean? That just wasn't a very good one. It wasn't a very good one. I was watching. I was monitoring it. The guy on the pole, that was an amazing ending, Teresa. I just gave a recap for that. Recap for this is there's supposed to be a woman. There's 2 swift water rescues happening right now. One in the North Valley, one here in the South Valley. But to me, it's not looking that promising. I've been waiting here for a little bit now for this woman to float by so they can throw an inner tube on her head. Teresa, the ending was wild. Like the ending when the guy got arrested was fucking wild. There was a fucking mutiny by the neighbors. It was wild. She's supposed to be floating down the river. They didn't say if she was alive or dead or any of that. That guy, they'll put that guy on a 5150, even though everyone claimed that guy was on fentanyl. I better replay that call. Hold on. Yeah, Castillo probably posted a video of the ending.
Traffic CPI San Fernando Tarabella. It's a 3 incident 154 216 43.
Code 3 car crash. There was 500 car crashes in the first 3 hours of rain the other morning. If you want to see the ending, go to Castillo's page. I'm sure he's got a nice little shot of the end. It just was wild in the real time. It was wild. The woman came out already? They already rescued her, but there's 2 rescues happening. Glizzy was over there too. Yeah. There was also a mutiny on Glizzy at one point because they were pointing flashlights in there and shit. It was a wild scene down there, you guys. It was a wild scene toward the end. Well, this guy with the hat standing here with a rope, he's the rescuer for this part, and then you got the heavy rescue here. I don't know, you guys. We're waiting to see, you know. When they give up, I'll give up. You know, when they give up, I'll give up. We haven't seen a body. I think we saw a body. I think she was wrapped up in that first blanket that floated by. There's a bunch of guys behind me talking about how they're gonna handle this. There's a guy called Street Scene. At one point, his camera had a great shot of when they were getting him off the roof. Castillo and those guys were pushed back on the street, but this guy, Street Scene, had an amazing shot of right when they were getting him off the roof. It's a little cold here. I mean, it's not freezing. There's supposed to be a woman floating down toward us. I should put on the fire department radio right now, actually. They're either going to pack this up or they're about to deploy this. I don't know. Let's see if they're getting ready to deploy this rope and this life-saving mechanism. This is Studio City, California, where they're expecting some woman to be floating down for a swiftwater rescue, but I'm about to throw my fishing pole in because it's getting that boring, you know? It's about time to stand around and start fishing at this point. Thank you, whoever just said 500 minutes. Heidi Oyo. Well, there's a lot of homeless people who live in the riverbed, and they live next to it, and they live in it. And then it's always empty and dry. And then when it rains, they don't think about it. They have encampments right in the canal. And sometimes they're just swept up accidentally. A lot of them fall in. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Maybe she was inner tubing. Is that my car getting towed away right there? Well, we're just waiting on a body, everybody. We're just waiting on the body. You know what I'm saying? I wish you would hurry up. Exactly. She was probably inebriated or something, or someone threw her in. You guys, it's not really safe on these riverbeds. All the homeless people in LA live at the river. This is where they live. This is where their encampments are. This is where they chill. A guy lives right next to me. There's two guys living right next to me here, you know, to the left. But this is where all the homeless live. They live along the freeways and they live along the river. You know, we had open streets and sidewalks during the pandemic, but Gavin Newsom finally started making law enforcement relocate homeless off of sidewalks after the pandemic at some point. And so they all started living back, you know, next to the river and next to the freeways and shit. And okay, thank you, Susanna. Oh, Susanna, da, 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 da. For I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Gavin hates the homeless more than he hates Republicans. Who said that? Oh, our friend Dot. I think the most important question here, Dot, is can Gavin Newsom play a banjo on his knee? I think that's more important than... You guys, I don't talk politics. Ha ha ha, that's a joke. Isn't it refreshing to have such a statesman as the president of our United States that he would go on publicly on Christmas and call half of the country scum? He's such a lovely man. I mean, you know, it's so great to have a statesman in the office, you know? You remember when Barack Obama did that? Yeah, oh yeah, me either. That's right. What a statesman. Yes, Vicky, because your cat loves me. Vicky, your cat can hear the love coming right through. I'll take your cat. I'll save your cat. I'll pet your cat. Kitty. For I come from Louisiana with a banjo on my knee. For I come from Alabama with a banjo. I don't know. For I come from Louisiana with... The streams are good until Tim gets everybody screaming about politics. William Barry, I didn't start anything. I just said, isn't it wonderful to have such a dignified statesman in office that he would call us all scum on Christmas? What a beautiful man. What beautiful Christmas sentiment. Country guy, thank you for the $2. How long I've been waiting here, bud? About a half hour or more. Angel, it's not letting you pin in the TikTok? Are you sure? I wonder why that is. Am I on my regular TikTok page? I don't know why that would be, Angel. I haven't really seen any pinned comments either. I wonder why that is. There should be no reason you cannot pin a comment. You should be able to pin a comment. If you can't, Aaron just pinned a comment. So you should be able to pin comments. I don't know why that's happening. Sorry. I don't have an answer, Angel. She needs to start swimming faster, said Country Guy. Yeah, Country Guy, that's what I'm talking about, my friend. I'm trying to pin status. I don't know, Angel. I don't know why it's not letting you. There's no reason it would not be letting you, 100%. Yeah, it looks like everybody else is pinning right now and it's working. Your status hasn't changed, so it might be your phone or your app. You might have to update your app. Angel, you might have to update your app or restart your phone or something. I don't know. For I come from Alabama. You guys, can we ask the audience? Is it I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee, or is it I come from Louisiana? Louisiana. I come from Louisiana with it's Alabama. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Yeah, it's Alabama for sure. User 9,677,919,464,077 said, worthless Biden called everyone trash garbage. Did he do that on, did he? Number one, let me ask you this. Did he do that? And number two, did he do it on Christmas? User 9,677,791,946,377. Did he say that on Christmas? And did he even actually say that at all? I'm just asking. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you have to follow the page to make comments about my people. And Joe Biden's my people. Okay? And let's clarify. The difference between Joe Biden calling everyone trash and garbage and Trump calling, well, the difference between Joe Biden calling half the country garbage and Donald Trump calling half the country scum is, number one, Trump did it on Christmas, and number two, Joe Biden was right and Donald Trump was wrong. So let's just be clear about this. Anyway, we're waiting for, depends on which half the country we're talking about. I hear the helicopter, you guys. Hold on. Helicopter's overhead. Here we go. Oh, the Swiftwater helicopter's here to save her. All right, the Swiftwater rescue helicopter has arrived. It's clearly running down the river right now looking for her at a very low altitude. So maybe we're getting somewhere. He was probably busy saving that other person up in the North Valley. But let's keep talking about politics since you guys love doing it so much. Let's say Joe Biden did call half of you guys trash or garbage. Didn't you guys say Joe Biden was old, demented, had no brain, and didn't know what he was doing? Because if you did, then you just excused that behavior. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Okay, I'll stop it. You guys, but I'm not being malicious. I'm just having fun. You guys, I'm just having fun. It's not malicious. I haven't been angry about it. I said, isn't it great that we have such a dignified statesman in office? You know what I mean? Let's make another political statement. And I'm talking to all my fellow Americans, Let me do Barack Obama, my fellow Americans. All right, that's not very good. I don't do impressions. Okay, my fellow Americans. I'm talking to the Trump supporters. Can I clarify something to you Trump supporters? Who every time Epstein is brought up, all I hear out of your mouths is Clinton, 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 Clinton. Let me clarify something for you guys, okay? Democrats don't support any pedophiles. Do you understand that? If Bill Clinton is guilty, we would like to see him go to jail too. Do you understand that? So when you guys say Clinton, 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 you're not even getting anywhere. You're not even making a point. We don't care if Bill Clinton is guilty. We're not defending Bill Clinton. We're not the ones defending Bill Clinton. You're defending Donald Trump. We're not defending Bill Clinton. We're saying send Bill Clinton into the same jail cell as Donald Trump. Because, see, we support the idea that you don't harm young children. Period. That's the difference. Now, everybody calm down. Stop talking about politics. Everybody shut up with your politics. We're not here to talk about politics. Everybody shut up. Okay? Who brought up the politics? Everybody shut up. You guys, we're just waiting for this Swiftwater rescue. Here comes another photographer. Everybody's wearing rain boots. But really, it's not raining. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and make a statement here. I would just like to say, from the standpoint of my political leanings and all of my political talk and all of my political roasting, I would just like to say, in light of Christmas, that I apologize to absolutely no one. How's that, baby? That's a Conor McGregor apology, motherfuckers. Deborah, you want me to jump? You want me to jump right in? Hello, Rosie. Merry Christmas. Del Castillo, I'm waiting for my fucking Christmas present, which is supposed to be my new electrical bike. He hasn't fucking delivered it yet. You better have bought me one too. Is it wrong to say that I hate loud children? Is that a bad thing to say? Merry Christmas, Sweden. Thank you for that comment. Martina, thank you. Thank you. Trey said it is wrong to say that I hate loud kids. No, I'm going to say I'm not wrong. You ever wanted to just, you know what I mean, just a kid right upside the head, just, you know, just a little smackaroo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am a loud kid, so I'm projecting my own trauma upon two children. So, really, I'm just an asshole. No, don't say you're sure I was a loud kid. I'm still a loud kid. I won't shut up right now. I never stopped doing it. I think that's why I hate him. I'm projecting. Marty says, not at all, and I'm a grandma. No, I'm just saying it because, you know, God bless all of you human beings who can put up with it. I would have a baby if it was born at the same age as Mork and Mindy's baby. You know what I'm saying? You remember when Mork and Mindy had a baby and the giant egg was delivered? I would have a baby if it was born that old. Dozer D, I was with Castillo on my phone watching. I was on my phone watching, and that's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that. You guys know who played Edith, right? You guys know the woman who played Edith on All in the Family? Her name was Jean Stapleton. Archie, Archie. You know who I'm talking about, right? Archie. You guys know that wasn't her real voice, right? Or her real anything. Like she was really putting that on heavily, right? I'm sure you do. But Jean Stapleton was a very demure, well-spoken lady, and she would do interviews, and people in interviews would always say, "Can you please say something that you would in Edith's voice for us right now?" And she would politely decline every time and say, "I loved doing it, but I'm not your muse." She wouldn't do it in interviews. Classy woman. Classy woman. And the reason I bring that up is because I was thinking about Rob Reiner again today. Poor Rob Reiner. We lost the great Rob Reiner over Christmas. Rob Reiner was... Rosie, I was watching that live at the end, and I saw Lockdown trying to protect the cops there at the end. He's like, I got your back, I got your back. I didn't see him get hit by the woman, though. But I thought Lockdown was doing a nice service to those two officers because they were about... There was a mutiny happening, and somebody had to, like, cage themselves around the cops. You guys know me, I'm indifferent on cops, but in this situation, we should have not been attacking these two cops. And I saw Lockdown jump in there, and he was telling the cop, I got your back. Because somebody was like getting their hands on this cop's weapon. Some crazy lady hit him for protecting officers. Yeah, I didn't see the actual hitting, but I'm sure he was taking shrapnel for sure because he was trying to help. And I actually thought he was doing the right thing, actually. I thought Lockdown was doing the right thing in that situation. And Steele was doing his job, which is fucking journal it. You know, he was getting a great shot, and he was getting a great shot, man. Steele had a great shot of this. Some dumb yeah, there were instigators for sure. But clearly this man needed to be taken to a 5150. If that meant the police take him away, then let the police take him away. You guys, they were trying to walk him back home. We already talked about this, but if you put him back in his house, then he's back up on the pole. There was just this is what had to happen. I'd have rather seen him just get right in a paramedic truck and taken straight to the hospital. But it is what it is. The man needed help, and I think they got it. He would have been right back up on that pole, man. The man had to be taken off. But it was almost a mutiny, man. You know, the neighbors were like, we got him down, so we get to take care of him. And it's like, that's not how it works, guys. There's about 200 people trying to watch Netflix tonight. It's fucking Christmas, day after Christmas. Or no, it was Christmas. It was fucking Christmas. Okay, their power is shut off on Christmas. Recap here is we're just waiting. Hold on, getting radio calls. Let me find their channel because I have fire department radio. Hold on. Oh shit, my batteries went low. God damn it. Well, nothing I can do about that. They're making some calls on their radios, so it looks like the guy up on the bridge is standing on the rail now, so maybe this is it. Maybe they spotted something and they're waiting. They look like they're getting ready for something. We're still waiting on this woman, yeah. Not all cops are bad ones. Yeah, I mean, you guys, we've went over this before. Okay, human beings are bad. People are bad. Okay? Are all people bad? Almost. Not quite, but almost. Okay? And So are there bad doctors? Yes. Are there bad lawyers? Well, that's a stupid analogy. Are there bad doctors? Yes. Are there bad teachers? Yes. Are there bad cops? Yes. Why? Because those positions are filled by human beings who are mostly all bad. Okay? Now, if our teachers were dogs and our cops were animals, then they wouldn't be bad. They would be good, loyal people. But that's not the case. Okay? People are bad. Trust me, I'm a bad person telling you that. I'm a man. Men are terrible. Women, a little bit better. A lot better. Women are great. Men are bad. Most men get mad at me when I say that. That's because they are afraid to admit it. Because even they know it. There's been like 3 good people in the history of men, okay? One of them is Barack Obama, and then I can't think of the other 2. But that's it in the history of the world, okay? You think this girl isn't floating anymore? Sweet Daisy is struggling. You know what I mean? Sweet Daisy is struggling. Like yesterday, let me do a little reporting. Yesterday, we were at the scene of this car crash at the Winnetka DMV. Yes, it was confirmed about 45 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago, that the person did die. So that person did not make it. So that was a fatal car accident we were at yesterday. But the police officer at that scene was a bad person. And I called him out for it, not in a really aggressive way. Yeah, Obama's at the top of that list. One of the most beautiful human beings I've ever met in my life. I'm not talking about his presidency. I'm talking about him as a human being. Amazing president as well, though. Let's not get into an Obama debate. I don't want to hear about you how you hate him because you're racist. I'm not interested. The only reason you would have to hate Barack Obama is because of his skin color, or you think he's a Muslim. So I'm not interested in hearing it. But what I'm saying is, that cop yesterday, somebody just said, I'm black and he sucks. Well, you're one of the people we're talking about who's a bad person. So anyway, do you hate Dave Chappelle too? Let me ask this person a question. But that cop yesterday was a bad person. Who said, I'm black and he sucks? Hold on. Court 7111. You say on your profile, Court 711, who just said, I'm black and I hate him, or whatever you said. What's the comment? I'm black and he sucks in capital letters. The first thing it says on your profile is Jesus first. You need to go amend your profile and then go repent of your sins and ask Jesus for forgiveness for being an asshole. Court 711. Do you understand? Jesus first, everything else will be added later, or something this guy says. And then he comes on here and talks shit about Barack Obama. You are not a man of Jesus Christ, my friend. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? Do you follow my line of logic? Psychomedic said he is a Muslim. Fools, bunch of fools. You don't like Trump, how are you any better? Well, that's a false equivalency at best, and I won't even dignify that with a response, dude. You're the one that's claiming Jesus Christ first, okay? Donald Trump is a fake Christian, number one. Where do you want me to start with that? I'm not even going to have this debate with you, Court 711, and you better go repent of your sins at church, buddy. You better go tell Jesus that you're over here roasting Obama. Oh, I am responding? Never mind. I'm done responding. Anybody whose profile says Jesus first and then says I'm black and Obama sucks is emotionally and intellectually disconnected from humanity. That's the statement I'm going to leave that at. The fire department is joking. An orange bottle floated by and they're all yelling, "Get it, get it, get it." The fire department is doing jokes at a Swiftwater Rescue location, which I can appreciate, actually. One of the people yesterday died, so it is a fatal car accident. The fire guys up there were yelling at the guy with the rope, "Hey, hey, hey, get it." And it was an orange water bottle. So they're up here just trying to keep themselves busy. It's better not to talk about religion or politics. That's a foolish statement. You know why? Because let me tell you what you just said when you said it's better to not talk about religion or politics. Life is politics. Everything you do in life is politics. How you are able to afford putting food on the table for your kids is politics. How you are able to afford health care to take care of your family, your kids, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister is politics. The wages you're earning are politics. The inflation you're being smacked up in the side of the head with are politics. There is nothing you can say, name, or point to that isn't politically associated to politics. Do you understand? So it's a foolish statement and an oxymoron to say you shouldn't talk about politics. That's the same thing as saying you shouldn't talk. That's like saying you shouldn't open your mouth. Bye. Come on. Let's not be idiots here. We cannot talk about religion, though. I agree with the first half. You want to not talk about religion? Let's not talk about religion. I can live with that. That I can live with. Kaylee. Well, let's talk about the politics with this lady. Republicans say that they don't like socialism, but you see that fire department right there in front of you in that Swiftwater rescue truck? Guess what that is? That's socialism. Do you understand what that means? Does everybody get it? Thank you, Robin. Jesse said, "Go take care of your cat so you can shut up." Oh, you don't follow me. Oh, I get to block you. I get to block you. Ha ha. Goodbye. I blocked Jesse, even though I do agree with him that I should go take care of my cat. Should I shut up? Probably, but I'm not going to give him the time of day. You know, I blocked him before I admitted to that. Are they leaving? The fire department leaving? No. Are you guys just going to let this woman drown? Thank you, Chloe. Listen, I know a lot of you in there don't mind listening to my big mouth, and I appreciate you for it. Thank you. Yeah, they gave up, you guys. It's a code 4. It's a give up. Yep, it's a give up, you guys. So we're going to be on to the next call. Oh, Amneris? Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't mean to come at, I'm sorry, Amneris, if I came at you sideways. I thought we were having a fight. All is forgiven. I thought we were fighting. All is forgiven. All is forgiving. Oh, there's Corey. Well, Corey, they did give up last night, but the ending was wild. There was a mutiny. The neighbors tried to attack the police and everything. So the cops gave up last night, but then when the neighbors pulled that guy out the light pole, the cops slipped back in to arrest him, and there was a fucking mutiny. Why are they code 3 in the heavy rescue? So nobody hits him in the front of the truck? All right. shit. Maybe we could throw some of these loud kids into the river so they have somebody to rescue. Anyway, it's code 4. I'm out of here. You guys, they gave up. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say yet. I'm over here on the tube. What tube? The YouTube. So you guys follow me on YouTube at Tim Pingel, and I'll probably stay on YouTube. Go get a piece of pizza and feed my cat Luna. You want me to ask the guy what? What do you want me to ask him? The woman never showed up. I'm still waiting it out. Somebody just said they hope my cat drowns. We know who that is. You're blocked. Yeah, we know who that was, Corey Jane. When the account has 0 followers and 0, when the account has 0 followers and follows 0 people, we know who it is. Rent free, baby. Rent free, baby. Rent free, baby. Rent free. We're just watching them. Yeah. Listen, I'm just happy to not be a miserable person in this life that we live, okay? The fact that I don't have to go make up 347 TikTok accounts so I can tell people how miserable and angry and pathetic I am, that makes me happy. Could you imagine? Could you imagine having to do that? Thank you, Raven. And the more love I get from you guys, the angrier they become. The angrier they become. The more love you guys throw at my cat, the more fake accounts you see saying, I hope your cat drowns. Well, my cat is living her best life. Thank you, Sally Mander. She fell asleep with her eyes open last night and today. I thought she was dead. It was the weirdest, craziest thing. And it turns out blind cats can sleep with their eyes all the way open. So weird. You remember the old saying, I'm rubber, you're glue, everything you throw at me sticks to you. You remember that? Wow, I can't believe I just said that because I don't even remember that. I'm rubber, you're glue, all the bullshit you say sticks to you. The trolling doesn't even affect me. Has 0 effect. Tim won't go ask what happened. I'll go ask. You guys, we know what happened. The damn lady never showed up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know the old sticks and stones one for sure. Karina, it has 0 effect, Karina. Just because it sounds like I get crazy. I better not say that on TikTok. I better not say that. Okay, maybe, listen. Hi, lady. Miss Lady Goodman. No, all headphones, you're right. All cats can sleep with their eyes open because they have to for okay, I'm an idiot because they're afraid of predators getting them while they're asleep. And, but they usually just sleep with a slit, just a little slit open. They don't, like cats that aren't blind don't sleep with their eyes all the way open, like a snake. They usually just sleep with a little slit open. I'm saying my cat, Her eyes are all the way wide open now because she's blind and she's fucking crashed out. I thought she was dead. I'll show you the video if I could pull that up. I thought she was dead. I thought she died twice last night. Because normally I take her down off the bed when she yells at me, and then I'll be sleeping again, then she'll be yelling at me. And it'll be like, "Meow." It's like she gives it to me. All right, well, okay, we'll go fucking ask. God, everybody wants me to go ask. I mean, I agree with the sentiment. Go ask what happened. I agree with that, but this is like a situation where it's not like we're just going to ask, hey, why'd you give up? I mean, there's really not going to be an answer that will satisfy us, I don't imagine. KTLA's still here, though. Isn't it great how your biggest haters hang out with you on Christmas? I mean, you got to love that. They hate you, is what I call it. They hate you. They hate you because they ain't you. So they hate you. They hate you. And they watch you just push on and succeed while they fail. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. You want me to ask the news? They are your biggest fans. Tito Mendez, one of my biggest fans. Oh, you don't follow? Welcome to the block party. Welcome to the third floor. Welcome to the block party, Tito. Well, she didn't show up, man. You know what I mean? She didn't show up. Thank you, Queen. I think that was Tito Ortiz. Oh, maybe they grabbed her from the other side and we missed the whole thing. I think they grabbed her from the other side and we missed the whole fucking thing. That's not true at all. I just made that up to make it sound exciting. Yeah, Nikki, your dog or your cat or your dog or whatever your pet is should be your whole world. Because people are bad. So having a pet person is a bad idea. If you have a pet person, get rid of it. Throw it away. Take it back to the pound you found it. Put it in the LA River if it's a pet person. You guys, a lot of leftover Christmas trees here at the Holt family Christmas tree lot. You guys ever heard the saying, if a tree falls in the woods and makes a sound and nobody's around, does it make a noise? Well, let me ask you this. If I jump the fence at the Holt family Christmas tree lot and steal a Christmas tree the day after Christmas, is it really stealing? Can you guys talk to me on this one? The price on this tree is $179.95, you guys, for a noble fuck tree. What does that say? A noble falk. 6.5 foot with all the snow on it and shit. It's $179. So that's the analogy. If a tree falls in the woods, nobody's around, makes a noise, does anyone hear it? Does it make a sound? If we jump the fence and steal this noble fuck tree the day after Christmas, is it stealing? I follow this knucklehead on TikTok who he does irritate me, but he made a good point today. He said the tradition of taking a dead carcass and putting it in your living room and decorating it is gross. Because essentially a tree that you cut off of the ground is a dying carcass. He didn't say dead. He said you put a dying carcass in your living room and you dress it up. And he said, how fucking gross is that? And I thought to myself, did he just make a point? I thought to myself, did that son of a bitch just make an excellent point? And then I thought to myself, that's what's great about fake Christmas trees. Because a fake Christmas tree is not a dying carcass. So, that's all I have to say about that. I'm that streamer who can never leave. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing's over. Everyone left. And I'm over here talking about stealing Christmas trees. I mean, it's just retarded. Oops. Oh, you guys, I'm on YouTube. I'm not supposed to use that word. I gotta go. I had to shut my TikTok down real quick there, because I accidentally said retarded, and they don't appreciate that on TikTok. All right, so they don't appreciate the word retarded on TikTok. I get it. Now let's go get some wood-fired pizza, motherfuckers. I gotta put batteries in my radio as well. That wood-fired pizza is delicious. I can tell you where to get the best wood-fired pizza in LA at 2 different places. There's only like 3 or 4 or 5 places. Corey, I didn't mean to say the word retarded. You know, I had to get right off of there. I accidentally said retarded. And so I had to skate right out of there. I was like, well, that was retarded that I just said retarded. Thank you, Angel. Yeah, please do, especially Instagram, because I'm a 12-year-old girl, so follow me on Instagram. I don't even know why. Because I'm an idiot. You know, because I'm an idiot. That's why. How's that? I think I'm just going to move to Kansas City and play jazz music in the clubs at night or something. Kansas City is a good town. I mean, if you're on the right side of the tracks, you know. That's Dorothy's town. Well, Kansas City, I grew up not too far north of Kansas City. The reason I say it's a good town is because Kansas City, here I come. They got the crazy little woman there, and I'm gonna get me one. But honestly, you don't want the women in Kansas. I mean, no offense, Kansas. I'd be going there for the food. No, because I grew up north of Kansas City, and one of my bands out of Texas, we toured through the Midwest a lot. We played Kansas City a lot. And, you know, I liked it. I like Kansas City. But it's a winter town, so it's not going to work out. I'm thinking... I don't know, man. There's not really a lot of good towns in this country to live in. I'm depressing myself thinking about where I go because there's nowhere else to go. So I guess I'm home. Said, sit down, boy. Remember that Motley Crue song where he says, sit down, the City Boy Blues? You sit down, boy, you're already home. You know, LA is home. Is Luna down in her alley? This is how close we were to Luna. This Swiftwater Rescue is right at Luna's house. Here's Luna's alley. Hi, Luna. I should go leave her a little more food. I should go check in on her, actually. She got fed this morning, and she was here, so she already ate. Doesn't hurt to give her lunch. Oh, is that her? No, that's not her. That's not her. Is it? Luna Boona. It doesn't hurt to follow up with lunch. Let's just drop a little more lunch in there for her. So this is where my cat Luna eats, right here. That's her water. That's her platform. She's usually under the car. She already ate. I put this here so she can climb up here more easily to this little shelf platform. She sits up here and eats. This is her whole area. Let's give her a little pocket of lunch. I'll probably throw this out. I don't see her though. She lives over in these areas too. She's got all kinds of spots she goes. I've been feeding her for around 14 years. I can't tell you exactly how long because I don't know. That's my old house. I may or may not still live right here. That's Luna's house. She does hide from the rain well, but this morning, she got fed this morning and she was there. There is a woman named Marcy who helps me take care of Luna. So half of the days of the week, she comes and feeds Luna, and I come the other half. Oh, she's definitely lucky. You guys, if you don't know who Luna is, do you guys not know who Luna is? Hello. This is yesterday at Christmas.
Hi, Christmas kitty.
At that
Hello.
the silver car right there we were just at.
Your food's over there, Luna.
That's her yesterday. She was waiting for me on Christmas morning. She's a good cat. She's been waiting like that for 14 years. She's a good girl. She loves her papa. I'm her dad. This is what I would look like if I was Jeffrey Dahmer and it was 1976. Okay, that's a damn good picture. Whoa. I can't find my Luna pictures. She's such a good cat. All right. Put my radio on. So I have to go get pizza and shit. They didn't rescue anyone out of that goddamn river. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what Citizen App said happened. I'm gonna give you guys the conclusion to this story. Here we go. It says summary: rescue teams. Huh? There's nothing. Nothing. Let's check the other Swiftwater rescue to see how that turned out. Most search teams have been released, with a few remaining to conduct a final thorough search through the last known location. So that's it. They called the search off because nobody can find the body. There's your conclusion. This woman drowned, apparently. Either that or she got the hell out. It's hard to get out of that, honestly. Cake. It could. Trump said it was a hoax. Somebody called Trump and we asked Donald Trump what he thought, and he said it was a hoax. He said it was a Democratic hoax. Apparently, it was a Democratic hoax. And he said Gavin Newsom is the one who was saying it. So, you know, that makes sense, right? It was a Democratic hoax perpetrated, and he said the word on the street is that Gavin Newsom and Biden collaborated on the hoax, and that they even called the Clintons. They said they went to some basement of a pizza joint in New York City where there were fucking children and said, hey, should we do a hoax about a Swiftwater rescue in LA this morning? That'd be fun. Yeah, I heard Gavin Newsom pushed her. Yeah, Gavin Newsom, it wasn't a hoax. What happened is Gavin Newsom pushed her in. He was riding a Clydesdale horse dressed as Paul Revere, and he was running down the riverbed, saw this woman, kicked her in the back, and she fell in, is what actually happened. And this is coming straight out of the White House, so we know it's true. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know it's true. So, Merry Christmas, everybody, especially half the country that are scum, according to Donald Trump. So, thank you, you beautiful statesmen, for that dignified, gracious fucking statement on Christmas. Did you guys see the video that was out today of him saying, yeah, some say Melania is the best great lady, right, Melania? And she's got her back pivoted to him. And then the way she says, yeah, or whatever. Has anyone seen this video? She cannot stand that dude. And let's be clear. The only reason she's still fucking around with this dude has got to be because who wouldn't want to be first lady? You know, all she's got to do is put up with his ass and she's first lady. But as soon as this presidency's over, I think she's out the door. Did you see that video? I mean, she looks like she can't put it. She looks like she doesn't like him more than I don't. And I was like, oh God. That's the first time I ever felt sympathy for her. I think that's what's weird about the video. It's the first time I felt some kind of something sympathetically toward her, was watching that video today. It's just crazy. Yes, exactly. That's her most redeeming quality, is that she doesn't hide the fact that she can't stand them. Okay, that is greatness right there. You see, that's what we call greatness. That is wood-fired pizza from the great Daniel's Wood-Fired Pizza, which I highly recommend. This just proves that I love Italian food, because I eat wood-fired pizza. Wow. I'm from the great country of the United States of America, where we are deplorable and hated by Canadians. Can you imagine what kind of length it would take? Can you imagine that Canada doesn't like us? When Canada doesn't like you, you know you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? You ever heard the saying, everything Donald Trump touches turns to shit? Well, that's a fucking fact. That's the facts. That homeless guy wanted to have a standoff with me just now. That's Danielle's Wood-Fired Pizza in Valley Village, on the corner of Riverside and Laurel Canyon Boulevard. Danielle's Wood-Fired Pizza. It's in the back of the plaza, so you'll never see it just driving by and shit. There's a Starbucks on that corner, and like a Subway and a bunch of other shit you see, but you don't see this pizza joint. It's all the way in the back. And it's fucking fire. It's absolute fire. Always has been. But literally the best wood-fired pizza in all of Los Angeles, and in my opinion, the greatest pizza. Greasy as fuck, too. Comes from Angelino's wood-fired pizza truck. It's a pizza truck. It's all red. They don't even set up anywhere now. They only do events. So you just have to fucking call them and ask them where they're going to be if you want some. It's so fucking good. And I made Castillo buy me one at the Halloween parade when I tried to grift those guys and not buy the drinks. And then they called me out on it. I still owe Castillo $10 for that. But I'm not going to pay him because he's got all that fuck you money. I know he's got all this money. He ain't telling me. His cars are way too nice. That's how you know a person's rich. You see what they're driving. Unless it's that fucking fake producer actor guy in Beverly Hills who lives in his Mercedes. He's just putting on a front. He's pretending like he's somebody until he is somebody. Fake it till you make it shit, you know what I mean? He does got that sweet e-bike. I told him to buy me one for Christmas. I'm not hearing any calls on this radio. I do need to get one of those bikes, actually. I probably will buy an e-bike. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. But it's pissing me off. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Unit 415 man with the knife, Laurel Canyon and Osborne, Laurel Canyon and Osborne in the
What the
middle
fuck are you doing?
of the street, walking on Osborne towards San Fernando. Suspect male, Hispanic, mid-30s, wearing a black puffy jacket, zipped open, orange shirt, swinging and holding a 6 to 12 inch knife. Code 3 incident 1733 or D1651.
Well, there's a guy on Laurel Canyon walking with a knife. We're on Laurel Canyon. Look at that. That's Laurel Canyon.
94100.
Should we go see what this guy with the knife is up to?
415 man with a knife, Laurel Canyon and Osborne, code 3, incident 1733, 2016-51.
Maybe I'll offer him a piece of my pizza if we can use his knife to cut it. He's right up here on Laurel Canyon. Should I go take him down?
4136002 Fillmore Street, 16X22, did you receive? Dominican back into 1739. 26, Roger.
When is this fucking rain gonna stop? Because it's really fucking up my whole Christmas, honestly.
162nd. 160, Roger.
I'll give him the pepperoni if he gives me the knife. You know what I mean? We'll just do a swap. If it's a butter knife, I'm gonna call the police and ask them why they're fucking around fake calls. Hello, Rita.
A37, incident number 1600.
Truth is, Osborne is way too far away. So.
6922, can you see if the PR still has eyes on the suspect? And you can also show us code 6 in area.
They're code 6 already, way up there. It's way up there. They're already there investigating. They don't see him. They're asking for the person reporting to tell him where he's at. Listen, you guys, we're outside of the Great Kulak's Woodshed, all right? If you know, you know. If you don't, look it up. Kulak's Woodshed. Kulak's Woodshed.
On code 6.
Steve, Roger.
Why have I become so bitter? I didn't know I was bitter. I thought I was just loud.
Both of us stopped by Colonel Block C, North County Mouseport.
Can you elaborate on that? Stop bashing who? Who am I bashing? A. Zavala, 2,355.
Code 6, Devonshire and Tampa online. Edward Adams 088.
Let the man speak, I say.
6944. Correction, 6922, you can show code 4. All part GOA.
I'm just trying to figure out who I'm bashing. I haven't bashed somebody in like 20 minutes. So that comment is either really late
Response to incident 1733.
or super confused. You know what I mean? I haven't bashed a single person for like 20 minutes and a comment just came right in. You know what I mean? Do real-time comments so I don't get confused. I spent the last 20 minutes telling you how great Woodfire Pizza is, so I don't know who I've bashed. But I do like bashing, because who doesn't? We all love bashing. We learned that as kids. Give me a hammer so I can bash. Me hammer. Me man.
Mary
me
36 Street Services, Military. Alright, 36, thank you.
I don't even kill insects anymore. I'm a good man now. I think what you have to do psychologically, man, is just identify as a woman, even if you're not, and then you'll become a better man. Do you follow that logic, boys? Just start identifying as a woman, and you'll become a better man. Do you guys understand what I'm saying to you? That's not what makes me a good man, but at least I'm not killing animals, okay, or insects, animals. No, like, all I'm saying is, I used to not think twice about killing an insect, and I kill flies all year long.
Condition unit and a supervisor 2013.
And I'll be honest, I feel bad. I put one of those sticky things on my kitchen window, and it's just all these flies get stuck to it. And then they have to just sit there and die while they're stuck to this glue. Could you imagine getting stuck to some glue and you just had to sit there and die? No, what I'm saying is, I do kill insects. First of all, I'm lying because I do kill insects. So I'm a liar. Let's start with that. All I'm saying is, if I'm over at my buddy Eric's house and there's and there's a bee drowning in the pool, I'll pick it out and let it dry out and fly away instead of drown it or kill it. That's all I'm saying. Bug zapper, much better. But I don't want to have a bug zapper hanging in my kitchen. It could electrocute the cats, potentially. But I could put one on my porch. Yeah, I save bees so they can go sting assholes. I specifically make like a deal with them. I make them sign a contract. If I save you right now from drowning, do you promise to fly right into the mouth of a Trump supporter and sting him on the tongue when he's talking shit? And the bee is like, yeah, I can do that. And then that's the arrangement I make. Hello, Lori Anderson. Cal. Was Santa good to me? That's a good question. I'm going to say no. And I'm basing that on nothing. I mean, I'm enjoying a couple of programs I'm watching. I'm giving my cat great comfort. I'm eating chocolate chip cookies. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to retract that statement and say yes. And attribute that to Santa. There's a guy on TikTok that has a channel dedicated to New York City rats. And he just goes around live in the Upper East Side and all around there. Well, I'm sure he goes everywhere, but that's where I saw him. And he shows you places that are shut down from the rats. He shows you rats. He shows you where the rats sneak into places. He shows you rats. Like it's a New York City rat live. You've seen the rat guy? Yeah. I was watching him for a long time the other day. The guy's really good at it too. He's like, let me show you how these rats got into this building. He goes over to the spot and sure enough, you can see where the rats are probably getting in. And I don't know. He's Rat Man. He should be playing rat songs during his live just because, you know. You're back for more. A lot of good rat songs, believe it or not. Despite what you might think about 80s bands and that kind of shit. But Rat had a few good songs, actually. And that dude does not look healthy. You know what I mean? You got to look at Steven, what's his name? What the fuck is that guy's name? The singer of Rat. He doesn't look good. He looks like Skeletor from the He-Man cartoon. That guy looks rough. I've met him a few times in my great run here on the disgusting planet Earth. Piercy, that's his name, Stephen Piercy. I wanted to move to New York City, but I ended up coming to LA because of stupid Jean-Claude Van Damme. If it wasn't for that dumbass, I would have moved to New York. No, it was the right move. I'm a Californian. I'm an Angelino all day. I'm an Angelino 100%. I love LA as much as I do Iowa, and that says a lot. Because although I can't go to Iowa, I love Iowa, boy. Because home is where the heart is. And there's not a greater place in the Union than Iowa. I just can't live there because I'm having too much fun in California, baby. Whoa. I could live in Iowa for 3 to 6 weeks a year, potentially. Is that officially snowbirding if I do 6 weeks in Iowa?
Breakdown running in and out of the street. Code 3 incident 1769 RD 1687.
Oh, I didn't.
Responding to the code 3 call from San Fernando Road and Lincolnshire.
Alright, 16. Actually, to responding code 3 from San Fernando Road and Lincolnshire to 8391 San Fernando. Oh, you're the city of Second now, Little Canyon and Sheldon, Little Canyon between Sheldon and Osborne. Take it to the mountain with an incident 1774 90 1663.
There's a lot of snow in Iowa. Too much. Here's a true story. I lived through one of the great ice storms Iowa ever saw. If you don't know what an ice storm is, then you haven't lived through one. But there is like a Goldilocks zone, much like our atmosphere and our planet sits in. We sit in a Goldilocks zone that allows all this nonsense to be going on in the first place. But there's a Goldilocks zone in weather patterns where if the temperatures are just right and the atmospheric pressure is just right, I'm a meteorologist, by the way, and you get the right...
Unit possible to 11-20901 Devonshire Street at the Walgreens, Lottie, on site 30 minutes ago. 2 suspects, male Hispanic, possibly school age, with backpacks, forced. 3 bottles of cologne from the Paris possession. Code 2 incident 177 30 17 23.
They stole 3 bottles of cologne? Well, let them go. At least they'll smell good when they're robbing the next place. No, but if the atmospheric pressure is right... Yeah, I was noticed. I'm interested in the van in front of me because the window is smashed out on the right side. So
Suspect is a male Hispanic, wearing an orange shirt, black jacket, jeans, using a knife to break into different parts vehicles. Stands for 1779 RD 1651.
there are grifters all over the street with knives and hammers, stealing cologne and the like.
Photo use additional on the AW suspect there now, Little Canyon and Muscatine. Suspect number 1 is a male Hispanic wearing a red sweater and black pants, armed with a knife and a tree branch. Finding with the male Middle Eastern wearing a yellow vest with a Dodger shirt under his footers in 1773 or 1661.
We got to go to that one. He's armed with a knife and a tree branch.
Your subject probably has a mental illness. Lunch or additional comments on
Hold on.
1769.
Hold on. There's a guy with a knife and a tree branch fighting a Middle Eastern guy in a yellow jacket. That sounded fun.
So units additional lady doing suspect are now Little Canyon and Sheldon. Suspect is a male Hispanic, approximately 40 years old, black coat, black pants, armed with a knife, arguing with the male Hispanic wearing a yellow raincoat, blue jeans, in the middle of the street. Incident 1774. 1791, possible to 11 investigation. Code 2 177 1723.
I'm becoming intrigued, but there's a neighborhood over here where all of this is going on, and I gotta go see what's happening over here.
Code is responding to Laurel Canyon Muscatine. Suspects are now at Muscatine and Rincon. Additional incident 1770.
It sounds fun. You guys. An ice storm is when the precipitation falls as water, but then it freezes on the ground and in the trees. It's a beautiful sight to see when like every little branch has a coating of ice. But then when the ground has like a half inch of just pure slit clear ice, it's literally impossible to drive on almost. Unless you're me, because I'm a professional precision driver. I can drive on ice. I can drive on water. That's how good I am. I can drive a car right across the lake. Okay? That takes some special skills. Anyway, so I was trapped in my house. You know, the one that didn't have closets or doors, that house. I was trapped in my house during this ice storm with no power. I had no doors, no closets, no power. We had a gas stove. So I had the burners on the stove in the kitchen. But it was cold, man. By the time night had set, the temperatures plummeted. It was below zero. And I put blankets up on the doorways because we didn't have doors, of course. And I was just trying to heat the kitchen only with the gas burners on the stove because we still had gas. And out of nowhere, I was learning Metallica songs on guitar, on an acoustic guitar. And I started getting dizzy from all the gas, you know. I think there was also, something wasn't right, you know, burning that gas like that. But then I learned this amazing song. Out of nowhere, I learned a song by a band called Mind Funk. Just like that, it came to me and I was playing it. I was so happy. I was so proud.
Thank you.
The landline telephone worked. And I remember calling my buddy Huff. Dude, you gotta come rescue me, bro. And he's like, we can't get to you, bro.
Falcon, Charlie, Winnetka, PS out to A Black, this was cited Blue 10. Burn Station 2 is the 1791 or D2148.
And then at one point, I had to just make a break for it. After like 18 hours in this kitchen, I was about to die. I had to fucking just put on what I could put on and walk outside into this crazy ice storm, blizzard, ice storm, etc. And I had to walk like 2.5 miles. Whew, I barely made it. Whoa. And when I got there, this was my Mexican friends. His mom, Jenny, great Mexican woman, the greatest Mexican woman of all time. Started pouring me shots of tequila or something. I don't booze, Jägermeister. I'm not sure what she was getting. Because there's an old myth that if you drink shots of hard liquor, it'll warm your body up. I've since learned it's the exact opposite effect. I've learned that you can actually kill a man by doing that. So it turned out she was just trying to finish me off, but with good intentions. I'm trying to find this guy armed with a knife and a tree branch because it just sounds hilarious for some reason. He's trying to beat a guy up with a tree branch and a knife. I wonder if he cut the tree branch down with the knife. I'm just out of curiosity.
So units go for on the rover activation, mission station accidental.
I gotta stop at this Home Depot though, now that I'm out here. You guys.
2644 code here from Spoken, question BTD Spoken Victor.
Yeah, liquor makes the body hypothermic. Yeah, so it's it's an old wise tale that if you're really cold coming in, hit this liquor. It's actually not true. But we didn't know that then. We couldn't Google that shit then. We just had to believe whatever nonsense people said. It makes you feel warm. That's for goddamn sure. The liquor, it certainly feels warm. I don't know what the actual the biological fucking happenings that are adversary, but I know it feels warm. Thank you. Kix loves the haters. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, you guys, I got to run into a Home Depot because the rain has fucked up all my Christmas lights. I got to pick something up. And now I'm out here, so I got to run in here. Yeah, you just become drunk. You don't notice the cold. Exactly. I got to pick up a couple boxes of shit. But then I'll be back. I'll probably listen to the radio.
Any North Hollywood unit, code 30 ringer, 10801, clean street incident, 1658 RD 1557, 459 investigation, 12000 Magnolia incident, 1663 RD 1545. 1790 to 1622. 93 Roger, can you show us full general representation? 10 Roger.
658.
Next 66 Roger.
Ferris Bueller is in the house. Now, is this the real Ferris Bueller or is this Matthew Broderick? Is this actually Matthew Broderick?
I have both suspects in custody.
Matthew Broderick looked at me side-eyed once
67 1739.
on
Suspect in custody.
on the Fox lot. I know that everyone jokes about it on my TikTok live because last year the funniest thing that happened last year is a bunch of people thought I was actually David Duchovny. It was and it became a running joke. So everyone thought when I was doing TikTok live on the mountaintop that I was David Duchovny. So I went with it and it was funny. Because I was David Duchovny's body double for 2 seasons of the X-Files. Because we have the same body. But then this guy called me out and he said, "Oh, we know you're really..." He thought that was a story that I was making up because I was actually David Duchovny. And so for weeks, I was going on TikTok live and people thought, because I played into it and said, yeah, I was David Duchovny. So it was fun, actually. It was funny. It basically, we played it up right through into the fires, and then the fires started. This is how you find out I'm not, this is how you find out. Right until the fire started, on January 7th, well, the morning after the fires, I was still trying to play into it, but that live was so crazy. The city looked so fucking unreal. It's one of the most amazing visuals I've ever seen, and it was the first time I saw like 10,000 people in the live, and it was because the whole city was on fire, and it looked fucking crazy. It just looked absolutely insane. And we did like 2 or 3 hours up there. But I was still playing into the David Duchovny thing. Yeah, I had a crush on Jillian. What was her name? The chick? I was once getting the makeup put on my legs to do a scene as Mulder's body double, or Mulder. You remember in the cartoons when they say, "Bring on the double"? Well, that would be me. They would yell for me. You know, "Bring on the double." They'd bring me out of this makeup trailer, half naked. But that's what I was getting at. I was walking around in a robe because The scene was I'm laying naked on a hospital bed, you know, with these marks on my body where the aliens had like done surgery on me or on Mulder. I'm just the body double. They don't show me from the neck up. It's a good move. You know, I do well in Hollywood if they don't show my face. You know what I mean? It's a real privilege. Gives me a lot of confidence. We'd love to have you in the scene, but we're not going to be able to show your head. Okay? You know, I'm like, oh, thank you. It's such a compliment. Thank you. Appreciate that. But Matthew Broderick was giving me side eye because here's the thing. I thought, okay, I'm an actor. We're on the Fox lot. I thought if I just wear a robe, so I was wearing like a bathrobe over a pair of boxers because I couldn't fuck the makeup up that was on my knees because there were C marks where the aliens had cut into my body. And I couldn't put pants on because that would fuck up their makeup job. So I'm wearing a robe. And I didn't have to leave the X-Files stage, but I was like, I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. So I went to the commissary. I'm walking down the lot. This is who was giving me side-eye and making fun of me. John Walsh from America's Most Wanted was talking shit to me as I was walking down the street on the Fox lot. And I'm like, I will fuck this guy up. Does this guy know I will fuck him up? Because I was fresh in LA from Iowa, and I was still a bit of an ignoramus, you know, and I thought the way you dealt with other people was by fighting. And so I was like, I will fuck this dude up. I don't know why he's making fun of me right now. And then after him, in the commissary, Matthew Broderick is looking at me sideways. And I'm like, I thought it was normal to walk around a movie lot in a bathrobe. Aren't you guys actors that do this all the time? And then I started looking around and I realized I'm the only one walking around in a bathrobe. So maybe I do look like an idiot. I should have never left the stage. I should have just fucking ate craft services and made them bring me lunch. But no, I thought I was a movie star. And it turned out I wasn't a movie star. I was just some asshole that movie stars were going to make fun of. What state? But anyway, somebody said in TikTok that my voice sounds like David Duchovny's, which I disagree with totally. And, but we have the exact same, right down to the color of our arm hair. We are identical. So neck down, David Duchovny and I are identical. Except for he probably has a smaller penis. Iowa here. Andrea knows 89. What's up, Iowa? San Diego. What's up, San Diego? You guys, it's raining here. I'm parked illegally at a Home Depot in front of a Tough Shed. And I have to go inside and take care of some shit, honestly. Yeah, I bet you were going to ask that, Karina. One step ahead of you. One swoosh to see the Tough Shed. No, I wonder if they're going to give me a ticket for pulling up here. This is, by the way, this is a story of my life. I park illegally at Home Depot. That's right. I pull up by the Tough Sheds and fucking walk in because I'm an asshole. I park like an asshole. It's true. I'm an asshole. But I'm not going to park out in the parking lot where everyone's going to door ding the shit out of my car. It's not happening. Sorry. But anyway, I gotta go. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in here, but I will be back. Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. My dreams were my ticket out. Welcome back. Do-do-do-do. If I don't have a guitar, I am a really bad at trying to sing in key. Okay? I need a guide track. That's my fingers on a guitar. Goodbye, Little Shoe and Angel and Corey and everyone else. And Karina's in here. Maybe Aaron's in here. Maybe other people I know are in here. Belle Blue's in here. Christina Fisher's in here. But you guys, I know a bunch of people are in here. There's 100 people in here. That's like a comedy show. That's like a good comedy show. Oh, there's a comedy show tonight. I don't know if I want to catch the flu, though. I don't really want to catch the flu. I don't think I want the flu, so. What car do I drive? A Bentley. I drive a Bugatti. It's a Bentley hybrid Bugatti that I'm going to chop the top on. Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.